our bosses. So standing here is Mr. Mayor. So he's the one who is in charge of the water. So when Mr. Fish said that we should get someone that should handle the water, testing of the water, so put him in charge because he has discretion for that. Okay, this is Mohammed, security guy.
Okay.
This is Daniel, like he said, always picking fishes.
Counting fish.
Counting fishes. This is Mr. Williams. He most works in the archery. Assisting him is Gloria, and then Mr. Clement assisting at the grow-out. And
Okay.
we have Imo, so we sent him somewhere, soon be back.
Okay.
It's like he started ahead for all of them. Yeah, it's like our utility staff here.
Okay.
Yes, so when it comes on to business.
So, just go down the line. When were your hire dates? How long have we been on?
Like these Clement, Gloria, and
Zoom in on the faces.
him is about
Zoom in on the faces.
February, you can just say February 1st.
Okay.
February 1st. Daniel, Mayor, yes, January. Then Imo is like the first. So yeah, 1 week, like a week or thereabout ahead of these two guys. While our security is just about
Yesterday.
how many days?
Yesterday came in.
Hausa. Yesterday.
Well, listen, guys. Well, welcome to the farm. Welcome to the farm. I think you probably know you're involved in a major project, not only for this part of the country, but really for Nigeria in general. Okay. What we have here is one of the largest fish farm operations in all of Nigeria. Okay. And there's plenty of room for improvement. I think you've chosen a great time to come on board. Me and my brother are the owners. Mr. Fish is directing the place. He's responsible for all the construction, all the mastermind. He's the brains of the operation. And you know, you came at a really great time because this thing is 2 years in the making. Mr. Fish, I approached him about 2 years ago about building this place. And we've gone from construction phase to operations phase. We've been preparing for you people for all this time. And you're probably the most important part of this, even more so than building the place out, is how this place will run. Okay? And I've told Mr. Fish he's going to be training you all people through, various people through Orleans, through, my two guys here are going to be the backbone of the operation. Okay? But they're going to be taking instructions from Mr. Fish, and everything they give to you, you should really put it in place. Okay? The key to this operation is going to be organization, okay, and protocols. Okay? I come from the States. So you might even notice my funny accent, right?
Funny.
Everything runs on protocols.
Well, you can hear him very well, right?
Can you people hear me fine?
Clement, are you understand what saying?
No, yes, you understand.
Because you were looking like you are lost. Okay.
Because if you can't, I didn't hear him very well the first time I met him actually. And I confess I'm a farmer, so there's no point being shy about that. So he now slow down to the... Slow down now.
Yeah, no,
even when your brother are talking now, sometimes I don't hear what you're saying.
Yeah, he's a speed talker. But as I was saying, this operation is really going to be about protocols and accountability, okay? Keeping everybody accountable to his or her position, okay? And there will be incentives at the end of the day. It's not about just doing the job, okay? We have goals and we have objectives to reach, For each round of fish we have a specific goal in mind. I think this year, what are we looking at? I just want to give everybody a sense of what we're trying to achieve from round to round.
Minimum for the first hour, I expect 77,000 fishes in the worst case scenario.
Okay. So
for the year, it will be about 144 to 150,000 fishes. 1 kg.
Okay. So for this year's 1 kg. Yeah. So our minimum, and this is a very minimum goal, is to get up to 150,000 kg of fish. Okay. And so that's a group operation. Okay, so once we achieve those goals, everybody will be incentivized financially for achieving that goal. Okay? You have your salaries, okay? But there will also be incentive for hitting goals. I want you guys to really, everybody has their career aspirations. Uncle Friday, how far now?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, let me finish my mind.
Okay.
All right. So everybody has their career operations. I'm sure everybody has their thing. I want you to consider this farm a home for you to really grow in, for you to grow up financially and have a career path, okay? If you do well here, believe me, you can be here 5-10 years. You'll be in management. I told you the goal here was to produce 150,000 in the first year. The goal for our second year in this place is to do 1 million kg of fish. That's going to require 3 of these places. Okay, so I'm looking for people to just show themselves, to come up, to manage the place, and really to do well. Okay, so just put your best foot forward. I want you to be responsible for throughout your job, and you have plenty of room to grow.
Can I add one or two things?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is biological operation. It is not an art class. It's not an accountancy class. It's not history or politics. You are dealing with live animals. And when you are dealing with live animals, you need expertise. So how do you become an expert? Farms have 2 options. They get all of you off and we look for experts who already have experience already. But they choose to have people like you because you're from the environment and God just wants you to be here. So for you to become an expert, you are going to make mistakes. Now, if you see mistakes happen, the number 1 rule here is honesty. There are 3 H for success. All right. The first one is, remember that, maybe put a symbol, honesty. Right. Then the second one, so you're going to make mistakes. So your role, first of all, is that once you make the mistake, be honest enough to tell your seniors, Victor, or whatever it is, report it. Nobody's going to lynch you. Nobody's going to, they can be angry a little bit, but what's more important is that you made them know that it's a mistake. Because an expert is somebody who made mistake. Okay, I'm a case study now. I read zoology, specializing in fisheries. But I know so much because I've made mistakes more than anybody else in fisheries. I have learned from those mistakes over 32 years. And I'm not going to make those mistakes again.
Yes.
And you don't need 32 years to make that kind of mistake. That's why I'm here, to prevent you from making so much mistakes. Is that okay?
Yes.
So, but you must confess the mistake because that'll be raw material that we're going to use to make this farm become the best productive farm in West Africa. Is that okay?
Yes.
So always confess any mistake you make.
Yeah.
That's the raw material to make you become an expert. We'll now correct you and you won't make that mistakes again, and that's you're becoming top. Then the second one is hard work. Fish farming is all about hard work. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
For the past 3-4 days now, I'm 57 years old. I've only slept 2 hours consecutively for 4 days now. What did I tell you? Bring share. I should come say, but I felt I'll be sitting down almost all through. We're involved hard work in our organization. In fact, everything about fish, because when you're doing fish business, your work is never done. Their livestock is like you're just having a baby, and you are the one suckling. You're suckling your breast, isn't it? That's the fish. So hard work is the second H. Keep that in mind. Then the third one, humility. You hear that?
Yes.
You've got to be humble. If you're not humble and you're farming, I tell you, nothing will happen here. What God hates most in the Bible, I don't know if it's the Quran too. Are you getting me? You remember the thief at the cross? Even though, the guy was not honest. Are you getting me? Definitely thief don't work hard. That's why they want to steal. But because he was humble at the last minute, we're going to meet the guy in paradise, isn't it? So even though humility is number 3, but it's the most important aspect. Because without that, there will be this consonant, there will be no hierarchy, there won't be order. I've seen that happen in so many fish farms. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Respect those who are before you, and if you're the leader too, give them their respect. Is that okay? When we're loading fish food 3 days ago at the farm, after we all attended to almost about 800 students, I told my wife, I'm so tired. But I still went out all the same to go and meet them, only to find out the vehicle bringing it cannot climb the hill. So we have to pay them 6,000 naira so that bad boys will not steal it. If I didn't come at 10:30, 11 p.m., do you understand the humility?
Yeah.
I remove my shirt and join them. Is that okay? So what are the 3 H now? Number 1, honesty.
Honest.
Number 2,
Hard work.
hard work. Don't put hard for you. Number 3, humility. We're going to put it here. If we have all that 3 in place, I tell you, if anybody hurts you, what they can do, just gently calm down. Don't ever exchange words with your seniors. Is that okay?
Yes.
Calm down. Worst case scenario, you have my numbers. You have my number. I know how to handle it. Is that okay? With that, the spirit of progress happens here. I'm jealous of all of you because you said University of US prestigious. Okay. Now this is the Harvard. This is the Harvard.
The most prestigious.
This is the Harvard of fisheries. You know what they call Harvard universities? One of the best universities in the world. So you are having a university behind you to learn to become great. Is that okay? It's a privilege that they won't pay you. But Annie said he's going to give you extras. That's a great one. So you're welcome on board.
Thank you,
That
sir.
thing will let you know. So don't feel depressed when you make mistakes. Is that okay?
Yes.
But when you feel depressed, your ability to think is out. Finally, there are 2 approaches there, right, to make any business succeed. 1, there's the exploitation, there's the exploration, and then there's the exploitation. The exploration is all about developing systems. You are the one to make that happen. The exploration part is about me and the seniors. That's developing systems, solving problems, making new discoveries to make progress happen. Is that okay? You are the tortoise for the group. I'm the rabbit. Is that okay?
Yes.
Including the owners. Is that okay?
Yes.
Our thinking is a little bit different from each other, but the 2 of us combining will make progress.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and that's Imo. Yeah.
This is okay, Jan.
That's the utility man, sir. It's everywhere, sir. It's the key. It's the anchor, sir. It's the anchor. We see him, we go to bed and close our 2 eyes.
Okay.
That's the truth, sir. It's the anchor man, sir.
You missed the rah-rah speech. We have to catch you up with video. All right, so what questions do you people have now? You've been here since February, a little earlier. What questions do you have so far about the farm, the management, how are we going to proceed? What concerns? Feel free if you have